Hey everybody, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I am super excited to put together this project. It turned out fantastic. I will be using the Ali Edwards Savor Story Kit, which is the latest story kit, to document kind of all the random stories from January. These stories don't really have any specific layout, I guess. As I was thinking about it, I'm like, where are these stories going to go? So they're just the little everyday stories that I wanted to make sure to include before I wrap up January. So this is my hodgepodge, I guess. I have a few more spreads to do for January, but this one just came together first. So I'm going to put it together and it just turns out so awesome. So I used the card Savor This Season. It's okay to just rest is at the bottom. And I thought about covering that up, but no, it's actually very important that you remember to rest, especially for me in this busy season of life. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And then over in the pocket pages, I have three empty spots. And I know for two of them that I'm going to use that beautiful floral paper. And I'm also going to use another piece to kind of top my own journaling card. I have a close-up of my daughter and her order of Legos. So I wanted to make sure to put a chipboard and a piece of floral paper. So everything is going to come back to the floral paper and also using chipboard. I know Ali Edwards talks a lot about using the same type of consistency and formula in her pages, and I like that as well. And I'm definitely going to do that with this spread, probably more so than I've done in the past, but I just love how this turned out. So I made sure I got the border for that photo of my daughter and her Legos. She loves to get these Legos and she'd order Legos like all the time if she could. It's through the website Bricklinks, and my son used to use it and now my daughter uses it. So it's really awesome to have both kids using it. So this was her order. She'd lined it all up, and I put the chipboard enjoying to the fullest right above it. And then later on when I do my journaling, I will talk about that picture. And the reason I have like 3 empty pockets in my 2x2 is, usually you would use those for journaling, but I'm actually going to journal on a 3x8 journaling card from the Yes kit. Now, I had 2 pockets with the floral paper, and then I had a third one, and I was like, okay, well, I really love the Savor Story stamp. I'm going to go ahead and use that for my third card. And I thought about taking all of this making of this card out of my video, but of course this is showing my process and how I was doing things, so I left it in. I started out by stamping a really long phrase that said like, all these things make it my life right now. I think that's what it says. Flipped it over because that didn't work out, and then I stamped don't forget to rest, and now I'm making kind of a floral cluster. And it turned out pretty, but it was really like obvious, very obvious. And so then I start thinking, I'm like, okay, how can I fill up the third pocket? There's these vellum pieces in the kit, and I'm like, well, that would be a floating element and it would still contrast and pull away from the other pockets. So I don't have a decision yet. So I went to my chipboard to see if there's any other chipboard, because I'm really starting to lean into that chipboard, going all out with the chipboard basically. And I find 2 pieces of chipboard that I think coordinate good enough. It doesn't have to be matchy, right? It just has to coordinate. So I found one that says home love and then another one that says taking care of all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And this also means that every single pocket, every single 2x2 pocket will have a chipboard. This also means that the main 4x6 photo will also have a chipboard, because it was bugging me that the 4x6 did not have a chipboard. And when I saw the yellow one taking care of all the things, it's like, yes, I have to have that one. And I was also picky about this floral paper. I love it so much. I did not want to cut another 2x2 section of it. So I just used my scraps and kind of pieced together a card and just glued it on top of a white piece of paper. And then you won't be able to tell that it's two different sections of the floral paper since because I'm going to put the Home Love chipboard right in the middle of it. So you won't even be able to tell. And I did not have to trim any more floral paper. So that is a good thing. I really am enjoying how this is coming together. I just want to move the Home Love up to the second row because I wanted it to be closer to the photo of my kitchen, or kind of above my kitchen, and also my daughter's shelf. So I just moved things around just a little bit. I don't know about you, but I always find myself like fussing with the pockets and making sure I have things right. And I don't know. Let me know if I'm the only one doing that, but I'm just futzing around with them. I have the pieces where I want them, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere down Simply Savoring. I did that closer to the bottom. This story I put towards the bottom as well, and then Home Love is just right in the center. And Taking Care of All the Things is in the negative space with the photo of my daughter. Now, the kit also includes a 3x8 card that has scallop frames, 3 of them, savoring, that say savoring, and I'm going to go ahead and use a digital one of myself in a little bit. But for right now, I pulled out this Here's a Story 3x8 from the Yes Kit. I think I already said that, but I think it coordinates well enough that I can go ahead and use it, and I was actually genuinely surprised how I was able to fill this up. Pretty proud of myself considering there's a lot of no prompts. So here's my story. For the first yes, I put to more Legos. And then one of the no's I put, I cannot stand wet hair for my kids, so I have to dry my daughter's hair. It's one of my weird things. And I said no to the weird winter we've had because it's been lots of ups and downs, cold, super cold, too warm for winter, rainy, and extreme wind. It's just been a bizarre winter around here. And then I decided, you know what if I used a different pen to write like big highlights from the month? So that's why I grabbed the pencil and I wrote out starting track and field. And then I put another no that I put was a dirty kitchen, because trying to get my kitchen completely cleaned and scrubbed and dishes done and, A to Z checklist is not easy. Usually like half of that checklist can get done. So it's definitely something that I am working on. Another thing is no for now is my daughter getting a lizard. We just did some research. My husband visited some pet stores with her, and it's just not going to work right now because they get so huge. So at this point, I'm about halfway done with this card, and I needed some more ideas, jog my memory. So I grabbed my Hobonichi, and that helped me get the rest of the way down. I also have a cute little snapshot of my daughter's, what is it called? Her bedside shelf, and I just love how it captures her right now. I also said no to staying up late and just going to bed, and one more thing doesn't need to be done. Productive weekends are definitely a yes. Same thing with Happy Mail. I also said no to too many tabs open. I think that is my catchphrase lately. There is just too many tabs open. And I also said I was feeling sick at the end of the month, so I just don't have time to be sick. That wasn't exactly fun. And trying new things. My daughter wound up trying a Girl Scout meeting towards the end of the month, so that was very exciting. And then a no is homework issues. Still adjusting to life as a high schooler, and there's definitely some growing pains there. And I'm sure most of you, or all of you that have older kids, can agree with me. I'm like waiting for that switch to just, be turned on, and we are responsible for our homework and we don't give our mom and dad a hard time. But I'm still waiting. I will keep waiting and hoping. So this is the digital piece that I was talking about. I just wanted to include a photo of myself kind of as the documenter and talking about how self-care is really important, and any free moment that I get, I totally savor and cherish. And right here, I was journaling for just a few minutes before dinner. And just a few minutes, goes a long way. So that totally helps. Now, I do not want to punch holes in this Here's a Story. I just don't. So I'm going to use a piece of cardstock. It's like textured cardstock, just to do something a little different. So I punch the holes and then I will adhere it. But first, I tested out the big fat marker, and my handwriting is not like fancy or anything, but it's different. And so I like it. I think it looks all right. So the ones that got highlighted are starting track and field, a karate presentation, go to bed, productive weekends, too many tabs open, happy mail, and trying new things. So I love how it just added a really nice contrast between all the other journaling, and it almost broke up all the different journaling that I had on there. So I'm glad that I was brave and tried it, because I am trying more things in my journal, my Hobonichi Cousin journal. So now it's transferring into my scrapbooking, trying new things. So this is the textured cardstock. I just punched the holes, and now I will adhere down Here's a Story, and on the back of it I will adhere the photo of me at my desk. And I do see myself going to a lot of these 3x8s to do journaling, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but the album will get really thick in the middle, I'm thinking, if I keep going that way. So I'm hoping that, in other spreads, I can figure out a way to add in journaling. But right now, I think it's like 50-50. I think I've done 3x8 journaling on 2 spreads, and then on 2 other projects, it's been journaling on cards or that kind of thing. But really loving my project life so far this year. It's just been really fantastic, and I love it. So like I said earlier, I have a few more little stories to put together, and then I will do a walkthrough. So that'll probably be one video all together. But I've got it back in the album. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a wonderful day. Bye.